Hello and welcome to X4. My name is Sean Sands. Wanted to do a rundown, a bit of a take on my impressions. Maybe start a new series on this game because it is just it's taken over my life in the past 3 or 4 days that it's been out, and I'm really excited about it. I kind of want to cover it, talk about this. Oh boy, open world sandbox, space sim empire building, trading, combat, focus, action, a little bit of everything. As you can see, I have a game I've been running. I put about 16 hours into it in the past 2.5, 3 days, something like that, and built my own little empire where I'm doing mining, and I have mining ships, and I have a trading ship with lots of automated ships and combat ships and missions and story modes and a base and all that. But I wanted to do this from a fresh start. Actually, he's going to start talking, so we're going to click that back for a second. And I wanted to do the merchant start for this game, just to kind of show that off. I don't think that's been shown off as much, and it gives you a little bit more to look at and play with right from the start. It's not quite as new tutorial focused. I feel like that sound is just a bit loud. It might not be, but I'm gonna turn it down just a bit. There we go. So yeah, we'll do that. We will dive into the Unworry the Entrepreneur. I think he's about to say something. No, it's just the young gun to start saying something. So you never had much interest in joining the family business, but now your mother has passed away and left it to you to make sure her legacy continues. Prove yourself worthy of the inheritance left to you. Name, we'll change her name. Location, Profit Center Alpha. We're going to start with 2 ships actually, so the Kestrel here, but also we will pick up that trading ship in the middle. We start out with a bunch of cash, we start out with some equipment, and the property of a Manorina Rusiris Sunrise. That's actually a base, I believe. So we're gonna dive in here, and it gets to a little cinematic. Sort of, not cinematic, that's really the wrong expression, and then loads up, which will give me a chance to talk a little bit about my first impressions of the game. This is tricky. It's tricky because this game is absolutely one of those games that's, again, not for everybody. I will start with sort of the impressions as a former X3 player. And I did not. I gave a pass to X Rebirth, which I know was not a favorite necessarily in the series. There were a lot of fans who really felt like X4 was a need for Egosoft to get back on track with what made the X series great to begin with, which is this just a janky, finicky, but incredibly adaptable and expansive universe to play in. And X4 does that. It does that very, very well. X4 is way more reminiscent of X3 than anything else I've played. Like I said, I can't compare it directly to Rebirth, and I know they bring some things over from Rebirth, like more scanning options, like the highway system, but the core foundation of this game feels very much like X3 to me. There's a lot of additions to it. It looks a lot better. It feels more complete. There was a lot of concern. Egosoft has a history of launching relatively buggy, and don't get me wrong, there are no shortage of bugs to be found in X4, but not to the game-breaking degree that I think a lot of people probably expected and were fearful of. I've run into some pretty serious ones after 16 hours. At one point, my autopilot flew me into the geometry of a building, space station, and I could not get back out, so I had to ditch about a half hour's worth of work. There's a series of quests that are supposed to give you access to trading in sort of illegal goods that I can't seem to resolve. They do not seem to work. It seems to be a recurring problem that other people have had as well. There's little hiccups. Really, a lot of it comes down to the autopilot. The autopilot AI is questionable, particularly when it's just like you in a ship, putting a ship on autopilot. Putting ships to work out on their own in space seems to work better. I haven't had as much trouble doing that. So there's certainly some, but not nearly as bad as I expected. So let's just dive in and see what we got here. So this is, like I said, this is actually our station. If we pull up our inventory here, we can kind of see the property owned. We have a Vanguard, which is the Vanguard is this one. Station plot for. We did an unauthorized. We did a bad. Something automatically was bad. Let's see. I want to get the sense of. We'll go to the Vulture Vanguard. Okay, so the Vulture is our trading ship, and we have a pilot here, looking good. Egosoft. You're gonna just kind of hang out here for now. We will relatively soon put this guy on some trading missions, but we do not have much of the universe explored yet. So there's not a lot of trading options. And this is a little bit of a combat. There's some combat heaviness in this area. So I want to be cautious about sending him out on his own. Now, this ship, this trading ship does have some turrets on it, I believe. So we do have... Yeah, we have 2 turrets. I believe we have 1 turret, 1 pulse turret, which can give it some minor defense. But before we really want to send this out into dangerous waters, we're going to want to tech it up a bit. We'll visit our Kestrel, which is our warship. That's this one here. You can see over there now we're looking at Shift D, by the way, if you're walking around a station, lets you auto teleport to your various ships. We will be flying this ship because I want to begin this out by doing a little bit of exploring, but we can see this does have 1 small pulse laser, which is fine as a start. It's not really going to be very good. Mark 1 generators, Mark 1 weapons. One of my first things I want to do here is spend some of my money, probably go track down an equipment dock or a wharf, and not like wharf from Star Trek, WHARF, and probably do some very, very basic upgrades as one of our first things. We do have our space station too. So that is here. That's the dock we're currently on. We own this. And you can see here that it is, yeah, we'll change that. It has no money. Currently, it buys energy cells and water, so we'll need to probably put in. I think this is how it works, and this is going to be my opportunity to learn quite a bit about station management. It takes energy cells and waters and makes adorable flowers. So that we're putting flowers out in the universe. Good for us. We're not doing any station construction right now, so we're going to dump about half of our credits into the station so that it can buy stuff, and then we're going to remember how to instruct it to buy stuff. Trying to remember. I feel like that's a thing I should remember. Production. So we do that. We produce 100 flowers per 30 energy cells and 80 water. We don't have any storage. Configure station? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so this is your station. Like, we're going deep fast, so we're not going to spend a ton of time here. We'll come back and really explore this later. But station building is a major part of this game, and it takes a while to get to when you're first starting out. So we can manage our buy offers here. I'm going to be willing to buy 21. I'm going to be a little cheap. Let's see if the AI does this. Well, we're going to not spend more than about 75%. 18 credits is good-ish there. I don't have water as an option here. Not buying Claytronics or hull parts. We're not buying any of that right now. Oh, that's just for needed building resources, so that's not actually setting. Those are all building resources. Okay, all right. We'll come back to this. We'll throw some money, like I said, into the station. We'll see what it does. I think for now we are going to just spin around. We're going to spin around. We're going to spin back around. Then we're going to sit down. So I think we're going to undock. And we'll get up into space a little bit here and figure out what we're going to do. So there's going to be plenty of time to talk as we're kind of going around. We have We're in Talati space. So Hayworth Twin is sort of a central-ish, a little bit of a, not a combat zone, but certainly more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a little dangerous. There's some risks there. We don't have a great relationship with the Talati, but that's fine. I want to keep an eye out here for, ooh, what's this? Mission offers. Acquire a manager. No, I'm not going to do that one. That one's not fun. I think what I want to do, like I said, is I want to go find. I'm going to leave my trade ship in place. I don't think it can defend itself very well, and we don't have a lot of the universe explored. I think we're going to do a couple of pulses here. And just sort of see what's around us, see if there's any stations I want to explore. What I want to do right now is just find out, okay, so there's a likely a, what do you call them? Anomaly over there that will take us to a different system, which is fun, yes, but you can get yourself in some real trouble fast. So we have some stations over here. Just going to set guidance to that object. As I'm going along, I'll talk about some of the things that I've learned. Your ship has 3 different modes. Well, 4 different modes, but one of them you don't have for a while. That's the SETA mode, which allows you to accelerate time. It does some of the same sorts of things as what I'm doing now, which is travel mode. You can see here how fast I'm going. And this travel mode, one of the things I really like, it becomes harder and harder to turn the faster I go. Which means there's some decent Newtonian physics going on. It's not just point and click and you can go wherever you want. Let's set here. I want to get a sense of what's immediately around me. Hopefully pick up some basic supply, medical supply factory, deliver energy cells, medical supplies, oil, spices, flour, and water within 2 hours. No. Yeah, super duper no. We'll go here. So shift 1 gets me into travel mode. All I'm doing right now is just trying to get a sense of my basic surroundings. I want to know what's being sold near me. So a couple things that I see right away is we have some gas mining that we can do right near our base. Now that doesn't do us great because we're looking for water and energy cells. I'm keeping that kind of in the back of my head. And water usually comes up as a mineral region, I believe, but we'll be keeping an eye on that. I know that I'm not heading toward any sort of space. Ooh, yeah. Let's see how this thing deals in combat. CAC. Raiding party queen card. All right. F5. I don't know how this will do in combat, and we may have to make a break for it, but show you how combat works here a little bit as well. The goal here would be, if we made this into a series, and he's already running low on, we're going to zip on in there. His shields are here. He's down to about half shields. Our shields are at full. Our hull is at full, but we only have a Mark 1. Make sure, yep, lasers work. We are on our primary, looks like we'll have some mineral region over here. We're going to pull out a warp, see if we can't do some damage to this guy, particularly since he's pointing the other way. Boost in a bit. Got more enemies over to our left. These things are scary, but we'll try it. And when his shields came back up, this is probably a terrible idea. But he's just sitting there, sort of. Enemy AI is not always the best. Wow, this is going to be disappointing if I just sit here and shoot him for a while. What is this thing? Because it seems a little more active. A Xenon. That's more fun. I don't want to just sit there and shoot a non-reactive enemy. I want to be careful about using my thrusters too much there. I do want to get in close, but the thrusters use energy from your shields. So if you thrust in, you can see I'm reducing my shields quite a bit, which if he suddenly turns on me, decides to come after me, it'll make my life harder. So I think we'll have to zip in on travel mode, which does not use those shields. That gives us a chance to accelerate faster than him. He is in a faster ship. Okay, here we go. Our weapons are on a gimbal here, which means we're pointing to where we're aiming, not necessarily... Oh, and now he's back out to 4 kilometers. He's just not even paying attention to me. It's like, oh god, I got a flea on my tail. Shut up, I'm not a flea. You're a flea. Getting them shields down a little bit. Boost in a bit. Oh. He boosted the hell out of there. That's why his shield... I don't know if you noticed that. His shields went down all of a sudden to next to nothing. He may be running from us, which is good. Encourages me to use a bit of my shield energy here to turbo in. God, I'm just pecking at him. This is why I was saying one of the things I want to do right away is just really increase my my offensive capability. Putting a couple of decent weapons on your ship just makes a huge difference. Just feathering that thruster because I don't want to overextend and then get his attention. All right, we almost got him. Hopefully this is worth our while. Mostly just in terms of faction. Maybe he'll drop something interesting. Here we go. Nice and easy. All right, what did he drop? Fuel container, that's worth nothing. Container's worth nothing. This container's worth nothing. Nothing. He dropped just a bunch of nothing. Okay, so back to what we're doing. Looks like we have a gate over here, which is good to know. Is this guy closing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's that cack again. He's coming back because he was AFK. He came back and he's like, who was shooting my shields? Oh no, they didn't. We are gonna zip on over to what's this? This is accelerator. Okay, that's the that was the station I had. Is this where I'm heading? Am I heading back? I think I'm heading back, yeah. So I want to kind of turn around. And probably won't spend a ton of time in this area of space. There we go. I do want to know what's what. Yeah, this is the thing I wanted to go see. What do we have over here? I think that's a highway lane. You can kind of fly into those and it'll zip you into that. If you look at the map, you can see here this is part of a general sector. It's one part of the sector. Those lanes can extend to other parts of the sector. We do also have mining opportunities over here, which is good. I'm going to keep above this. We do not want to crash into asteroids. Silicon refinery, interesting. And you need to get into within 40 kilometers. Antimatter converter. All right. I think we're going to swing around now. We're going to go get on the main highway back to relative civilization. So what I would like to do now is, that's going to lead to Hayward's Twin 3. What I'd really like to do is find sort of the main gate here. Let's move this way. So I suspect this is sort of the main tracking area. Oh, don't want to go diving into asteroids, please. And you can kind of see here I'm having to pull up. You might even hear the stress in the background on the engines as they're kind of. I don't want to go deeper into Hayward's Twin. I assume there's a ring gate somewhere along the way. In fact, I remember seeing one. Just don't remember. No, that wasn't a ring gate. That was the Talati space station, wasn't it? So this is, I mean, like if you're sitting here kind of, yeah, this is the highway over here. You know, waiting for all the excitement to happen. This is your core sort of idea behind a game like X4. This is all about exploration and kind of. Is it just the one highway? Yeah. Grab onto this. Nope. And we'll fall off of it. We do have a gate, looks like over here, so we'll zip on down. These highways provide acceleration. They're essentially like, kind of like, you know, there's interstate rings around major cities. Oh, that's the Talati space station. And which means we must be relatively close to my headquarters. Oh, and we're off. And that's me, right? Yeah, that's my space over there. Which maybe we will grab this superhighway over here, because I don't see any other options, like a ring gate or anything like that. A hyperspace lane or whatever. Ooh, got more stuff over there though. What are those? So yeah, like I was saying, this is a at its core, this is a game about exploration, about finding opportunities, about kind of going your own way. There is a story that you can follow. I say story, that's probably giving it more credit than it deserves, but there is a pathway through it that I'm following on my other playthrough that is, oh, it's just a defense platform. I want to swing around here and hit that hyperspace lane after all. Ooh, come on. Oh, what do you got here? I'm not going to do another cack. So the blue is the in, the orange is the out. You can see which way the energy is flowing, so we have to come around the front side of it, and we'll zip and take from there. The more of this you sort of explore. What is this exclamation point? Is that just where I made, yeah, my guidance? What is that? You can begin to see the, oh, passed right by it, didn't I? One of the things this game starts with, okay, so for a couple of tips, these are things I do, and I almost got in trouble there. But a couple of features and settings that I change right away in the game settings is this maintain speed and menu. So if you pop up your menu without setting this to on, every time you pop up your menu, you'll cut down to 0. And considering how much of this game is sort of plotting where you're going next while you're out in the deep of space, this doesn't make sense to me, so I like to maintain my speed menu. I also turned auto roll off because if you don't, the ship will try and maintain a sort of flat, a relative flatness that everybody, for some reason in the area, seems to agree is flat. But I like to have the full degree of movement. So we're going to zip forward. I think this will probably take us to Hera's twin 3, 4? I'm not sure. We'll find out. But these hyperspace lanes, not hyperspace, super highway lanes, there's a lot of sort of in-system travel opportunity that helps, and I am grateful for. This does not technically take you between into new systems. All right, so what do we got here? Got a lot of fighting. Got a bunch of Zen raiding parties. Got some combat that's happening out here. Let's go see if we can get involved. It looks like this down here is interactive. I'm using shift space to go between sort of my flight mode and my selection mode, and you can interact with your mini map down here, which is a tiny feature that I absolutely love. What I'd love to do is find, yeah, we have some pretty big ships out here, so we should be relatively safe, you know, assuming I can remember how to fly. Let's see. So we're actually going to zoom in a bit here. I'm going to try and match speed with Shift X. Oof, jeez. Don't, oh yeah, security decryption system is going to be illegal cargo, which means that's all nice that it costs 100,000, but we don't have any way to sell that, so I may in fact even just drop that. Trade mission, take missions to find black market traders. Like I said, I've tried that. As far as I can tell, at least for me, that mission was bugged, so I have not been able to make that happen. We'll come down here and shoot another Xenon raiding party. I mean, because you can get stuff off these guys that you can sell for a good amount of money.
Useless pile of junk hardware.
And he's got too many things fighting him. I don't think this is a situation... Like, I'm just not his biggest threat. So I've definitely seen it where they end up... Yeah, here we go. Can you drop any cool stuff? Okay, that actually is something I think I can sell. That's good. It also is the part of crafting. A lot of these inventory, these individual inventory items are craftable items or items that can help with crafting. Let's send out a couple of pulses, see if there's anything interesting. This is obviously a mineral deposit area. Was swinging around. Where was those are the gates? Pop one off in that direction. Really nothing. It's a quiet area. We're just going to have to kind of explore around. I really want to find... What I'm looking for is the hyperspace way to get out of Hera's Twin and get into some of the main core systems, which is where I'm going to find things like docks and stuff. Out of curiosity, have we made any progress on our storage? Nope, hasn't bought a thing. That's just going to take some learning. Or we don't have traders actively coming and delivering to us. So other things I would like to find are energy cell providers, where I can just buy some and start doing a little training on my own. We've got gas region, mineral and gas. This is going to be a mining rich area. But I am not seeing, I'm keeping an eye out, kind of trying to visually keep an eye out. Oh, here we go. Got some sort of travel thing over here. Yeah, that's one of those hyperspace baits. Pates? I don't know. Hyperspace gates. We'll see where this goes. Looks like we also have a trader near it. Once we're within 40 kilometers, we'll see this goes to Company Regard. I've never heard of that. It's one I haven't even been to in my other. It's another silicon refinery. We'll go through and see what it looks like on the other side. Company Regard. Interesting. That's probably going to be a system that we don't... I bet that's more conflict there. Not necessarily ready to...
Company Regard.
Okay, so this seems to be another Talati? No. Yeah, Talati. This does seem to be a Talati. It looks like it's got a hyperspace lane. Where's this relative? Okay. Let's shut that down. Looks like we got a factory of some kind out there. We got factories over here. Let's go see what we got. Yeah, we can see factories over here, factories over here. We got a highway. Decent energy traders. I mean, we're looking at some... No, these look like defense platforms to me. Get within 40 kilometers and we should be able to tell, but that's a... No, that's a missile component factory. That is a defense platform. Is this a solar? I would not mind solar. What do we have over here? What is that? Send out a long-range pulse. Pop back into travel mode. Space weed. Yeah, okay, so we're in sort of pirate-ish territory. We'll go take a look at what this is. And then we'll swing it back around. They do have a mission over there, so I should swing back through and see what that is. Missile component, drone component. Okay. And one more pulse to make sure nothing else interesting out there. I think that's it. Okay, so we got a little bit of a look at stuff. What's this mission? Return to normal order or worthwhile investments too much. I'm not going to claim a plot and build a station yet. Destroy laser towers. Yeah, I'm just not... If I had double pulse lasers even, I think I'd go for that. What we want to get is to somewhere like Profit Center Alpha or Second Contact or Argon Prime, I think for sure, if I remember correctly. Black Hole Sun even. So this, again, just experience from having played. Haywa's Twin is sort of in the middle-ish right. I think up here is Talati space. Over here is Argon space, which is sort of humans. The Talati are those sort of lizard creatures we saw piloting my ship earlier. I don't know if that means I'm Talati. I don't know. You can't look at yourself. And I don't know that there's anything that really tells you what race you are or that it even matters all that much. This is almost certainly going to take us to a place to get deeper into, what's the name of this? Company Regard. We're going to zip out of this. The Talati are... Ferengi is the wrong way to put it, but they're intentionally a trade-focused sort of race. Oh, what was that? Not sure I want to go this way. Xenons. We can always switch back. Oh, nope, I didn't want to go this way. I wanted to cross over. Nah, heck with it. Let's go shoot some dudes. There was some decent defenses over here, right? Right? Where'd all my friends go? Yeah, we got a guy over here. Fighter squadrons should engage this raiding party. Alright, yeah, I got his attention. Alright, his shields are down. Oh, no you don't. Nice try, buddy. Match his speed. Put a little bit of hurt on his hull. Slow down so he can't get the drop on me. Okay, that's outside of my gimbal range. No, you don't. No, you don't. I see what you're planning. There you are. Stalling to get your shields back in order. Oh, don't you escape. Oh. Slow down so we can get a decent turn on him. Oh. I'm using mouse and keyboard controls, if that helps. I think that's really how this game is intended to play. I'm actually having a hard time imagining playing it with a joystick. As far as I know, the Xenon never give up their ships. A lot of times you can kind of fight pirates, and I've gotten several situations where they've just flat out dropped Drop their cargo. What do we got here? A decryption module. You can hold O to pull stuff near you into your hold. But this is really the only thing I want. I don't know if that is... Yeah, that's not illegal. Where did that other one go? Oh, there's another one. Oh, he boosted. Come back, coward. Oh, oh. Alright, I still have shields and you don't. So I'm pretty good with my position right now. Hitting him prevents his shields from regenerating, so just putting any damage on him puts me at an advantage, and my shields are in the process of recharging. I'm back at full shields. He is not. Yeah! Match speed. Yeah, you can't get a shot in, can you? The combat AI, like, it could be better. I've had a couple of good fights. I have lost one fight. It was in a ship similar to this one. But it was fairly early on when I was still figuring out how the hell to play this game. If the ships are remotely similar, and I mean, I think in a straight up battle, like if we were just going jousting head to head, this ship would probably take me pretty good. Magiclit, that is an heuristic core. Yeah, I want both of those. The Magiclit's like jewelry. All right, now I want to go down that highway, and then maybe I'll just go back home and sell what I've got. Or is there only the one highway? Does it only feed in this direction? Yeah. Oh, no, there we go. There's the other one. Let's see what's down here. In fact, there's a lot of xenon coming from this direction. Leads me to think I want to be careful. But let's see, we got some stations over here. We got fighter squadrons over here if we get in trouble. You can see where your sensor range is. You can get better sensors, obviously. What do we got? Pop on our pulse here and see if oh, interesting. Maybe I will go through an anomaly. I'm going to do a save game real quick. Save games take forever to save. I'm not sure what the hell that's about. But they do. Also on travel mode. Actually, that's not far away. Look at that thing. Do I start with any deployables? Yeah, I've got some nav beacons. So we'll definitely want to drop a nav beacon. Hey, Sunrise Flower Farm. That is our deal. You can see here when it flares back up. Yeah, that's an anomaly. That leads to some other area. Now, and I'll test this depending on where this puts me. They're not one way you can go back through an anomaly, but I don't think it takes you back to where you were. Like it's not a regular door. When you go through the door and you go back through it, you end up somewhere even different. One thing, yeah, I know. One thing you notice if you look at my speed down here is actually slowing down. There's a repulsive component to these anomalies. So if I try and do a full stop, in fact, I'm not slowing down. That is the anomaly pushing me. It acts like, it's almost like a magnet. Putting to drop a nav beacon. The nav beacons seem to stay in place. But yeah, there's a repulsive component to that. We're going to change, let's see if we can just balance it out right there. I'm going to change that nav beacon's name. Information, we would call it, we'll change it again. Anomaly 1 for this area. And once we find out where it goes, I think anomalies always go to the same space. But let's see where we end up here. You can thrust through them.
Entering system. Argus Cascade.
Oh no, this is Xenon territory. We do not want to be here. So let's swing this around. No, there's the anomaly. So we will drop another beacon? No, I don't think so. Let's see where. Sure, we'll drop. No, I'm not gonna. I kind of want to do at least a little bit of a scan. Yeah, I know you're there. And does anything come up on the radar? Tharka's Cascade. You can see how far away we are from. No, actually not as far as I would have thought. Yeah, we will drop in a beacon here. Kind of move sideways. There's our beacon. Right there. Nope. Yeah, nav beacon. Come on. Too close to it. Okay. Look, move. There we go. This is anomaly 1 for this region. Tharka's Cascade. Let's go rename our beacon in Company Regard. Anomaly. Tharka's Cascade. Anomaly. Okay. And let's see if this sends us back through. Where did that anomaly go? Oh, well, we live here now. Planet was here. It was sort of around this way. There it is. Boy, 3 degrees of axis can be a little confusing. All right, where are we this time?
System. Heretics End.
Heretic's End is probably not good either. A space fuel factory. Okay, I don't think we're going to drop another beacon here. Oh, where's that go? Maybe we will. This is the whole point. Like I said, the whole thing is flying. So we will go back to this one. It leads to Heretic's End. Heretic's End. Anomaly. And then we have anomaly 1 over here. Which I'm not going to follow right now because I want to hit this hyperspace lane, figure out where that takes us. Where does it take us? To Morningstar. Let's toss on some scanning. Oh. There's our anomaly that we just left, right? What do we got over there? Space fuel factory. We do have our anomaly, right? Yeah. Anomaly. Oh, God bless it. That extra one gets me every time. Anomaly. So we're going to have to reload on nav beacons for sure, but those are fairly cheap. And there was really nothing else that popped up. Got some sort of object over here. We are in a minefield. And we'll zip through here. It's just an asteroid, yeah. We know it yields some ore. So if we did have a miner here, we could... Can we shoot it and get that ore? This is the thing I've wondered for a while, because it's a tiny asteroid. That's a small asteroid. If we just shoot it, do we get the ore? God, it feels like I'm going so slow. I don't want to go to travel mode because I'm only 1 kilometer out. Oh, I'm so used to my fast engines. My fast engines and my shooty gunship. Oh, I miss it. No. No, we don't get ore. You know why? Because we're not a mining ship. If you want to mine, get a mining laser. Don't just shoot asteroids. I don't know who you think you are, but you're not an ore miner. Well, now I know. Now I know. And to Morningstar we go. I am immediately terrified. That is a lot of bad dudes. Let's go over here by these guys. What do we have here? Medical supply factory. This is Argon space, though. That's good. That's... Well, oh yeah, they're coming for me. Can we... Just sort of dodging out of here. Yeah! Who's tough now? I ran to my best buds. Whoever this guy is. Fighter Squadron Minotaur. Okay, yeah. Now we'll shoot you.
Serious trouble. That's fine. I can take one hit.
It's like a bug. Oh, yeah. Led you into my trap intentionally. Now, one thing I do not want to do, I assume... So this was a thing you could do in X3 that I definitely do not want to do here. Which is to wander into the fire of a capital ship. Their shots are slow. Well. Alright, did he drop anything? It looks like there's some stuff here. What do we got? Decryption module. That's nothing. We'll grab that decryption module.
I'll want you out.
Oh, the decryption module's legal. Okay, here we go. Come on. Nope, that's not useful. Oh, Megaglit is. And we got that. I'm going to dump my illegal cargo, I think. I don't need to... Later on, I wouldn't be as worried about it. So, important piece of knowledge. You have 2 inventories. There is your ship's inventory. So we are in our Kestrel here. And you can see that its storage has 0 wares. But we know we picked up a lot of stuff. That's because it's gone directly into your personal inventory, which is here. So these yellow things... despite being super cool, like I'd love to just have a place to go sell for 165. I mean, I don't have anywhere I can sell that. I'm going to drop our decryption module and heuristic core. The way if we wander into space where we don't have good reputation yet, and anyone scans us, we're not going to annoy anyone. What do we have here? We have medical supply factory and a scanning array. Now, what I would like to do is head this way. So I'm going to swing here. We're going to pop a scan. Here's a fun thing to do. I love docking on. So Shift D
Docking granted.
to request docking. We do not have a docking computer on this, so we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. And I have a little bit of a... Okay, let's slow down a bit. Drop down here. some point you sort of enter the impression. This is the docking thing. Everything's red. That means I'm in bad everything. Now I've got it kind of leveled off. I've rotated to the right position. I'm going to scoot over. If you look down there, you can see that little triangle moving forward. That's good. I'm going to drop down. You see that arrow now? I just need to move a little bit forward. Everything's good except I'm not far enough forward. And oop. You can see I'm actually moving at 109 meters per second. That because I've matched speed. And we'll just finish our descent here. And we landed. I love landing on a capital ship. There's something to me that is so cool about hopping out. Hey, that's Talati. Looking good, Talati. About being, because it's still going, right? We're kind of cruising through this area. And I can go up to the bridge. Where is the, there it is. Space jump, oh. That's a setting I need to change. Here's another tip for you. Controls, general. Where is walk? Walk player. Need to learn these hotkeys here. Quick save is F5. Get up from chair. Platform movement. Here we go. Walk. Forward W. No. Run forward is W. Now, if you don't have this, you can double click W and that will run. But now I move so much faster. Oh, thank God. Oh, so good. Space jumps. C crouches. Space and C will let you go get over more things there. Ah. So we're going to go up to the bridge. Take a look around. Kind of see. Oh, look at this. Awesome. Nice. Looking good, Marine. And this is Argon space, right? So these are humans. We're not in Talati space anymore. We can see our ship out there. We can see them cruising around. We can talk to you.
Goodbye.
Oh, where can I find, actually, the faction representative?
I don't know.
Get that autosave in after. Hey, where's your faction rep? He's somewhere. Oh, I don't know. Doing that back of the neck scratch, like, oh, geez. Oh, this is awkward. I don't know where my boss is right now. I think he called in sick, maybe. You're super helpful.
Hello.
Hey, Marine, do you know? Oh, I can hire
I'm not
you.
helping you.
Oh, well, I'm not hiring you then. We have a crew
Hello.
woman, Lydia, here. Where can
I'm not helping you.
Oh, it's a rude crew. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, you idiots. On a ship of fools. Shift D to go to my ship. I like my Talati. Hey, are you nice to me? No, never mind. It's fine. I think we're going to call it there. I'm going to keep playing this, so I'm probably going to jump into another recording here. Love to hear your feedback. Let's undock because that ship noise is a little annoying. And you can see we're still going forward. We're only now actually relative to 0. So match speed, which is nice. Oh, where did it take us? What's the mission? Marines need it. Good Lord, can you just give me a go to X mission so I can go to X's? Shift 3, let's do a quick scan. Yeah, I know that dude's there. I saw him. Looks like we have some gas mining out there. What is that? Do we know what that is? That's a medical supply factory. Oh yeah, that's heading back that way. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of exploring. I'll pick up the next episode once I've found my way into sort of more core territory so we can see what buying ships and upgrading ships and stuff like that. Looks like before long we should be able to do some basic trading as well with our trading ship, which we still have back at our original dock. I assume we still haven't figured out how to buy anything. Nope, no storage. So we're gonna have to spend some time learning how to get them to. I can always take money back out of my account if I need it. But I want to begin providing the energy cells and water so we can make sunrise flowers. That's probably not a super, like our base is not in a super busy part of the galaxy either. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, until then, my name is Sean Sands, and this has been X4. I hope you're interested, enjoying it. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you want to see. I'm happy to do a few more episodes of this. I don't know if it'll be a full-fledged series, right? You never know. You just never know. We'll have to see. But I'm definitely enjoying it. I love this game so far. Despite its flaws, perhaps partly because of its flaws, I am just entranced with this game. So, yeah, until next time, we will see you again real soon.